got up, Angel? Let's. I got a good little trivia question here to give away those tickets to Universal Studios.
We got Jessica NSB. NSB.
Jessica.
Yes, good morning, monsters. How are you guys this morning?
Let me tell you how good it feels to know that our first caller was Christine, and then we got Jessica, and then people are always like, oh, women don't listen to the monsters. That's baloney, man. We got all kinds of ladies listening to the show. We appreciate you calling in, Jessica.
Hell yeah, I love this station.
Very good. All right. Well, listen, got a trivia question for you. If you get it right, you got those tickets, and you also are Queen Jessica. You get to plug and promote whatever you want. If you don't get it, you can pick Angel or Ryan Holmes to get it right for you, okay?
Okay.
All right, good luck. Here we go. This classic monster movie came out on this day 88 years ago in 1933, and the world premiere was at Radio City Music Hall. What classic monster movie came out on this day in 1933?
Ooh. I'm going to go with Dracula.
Dracula is incorrect. Who do you want to help? You've got Angel and you've got Ryan Holmes.
All right, Ryan, I need your help.
All right, Ryan, she picked you, and I'll give you a little bit of a hint, okay?
I don't want a little bit of a hint. I want the same hint you gave Angel, which was you just give me the answer.
No, I didn't give him the answer. I did not give him the answer. Yeah, he just got it. Okay, this classic monster movie came out on this day in 88 years ago in 1933. It was the world premiere was at Radio City Music Hall, and let's say it's a monster movie that just keeps on coming back. Can't get rid of it.
Oh, wait a minute, Russ. Why are you spoon feeding him?
That isn't even a hint. All the monster movies come back. I mean, like how many vampire movies, werewolf movies, Swamp Thing movies, mummy movies. The mummy keeps coming.
Swamp Thing wasn't around in 1930.
The creature from the Black Lagoon, okay?
That's not. You gotta think like Russ.
Black Lagoon's better.
Think like Russ. What monster is he fascinated with?
What?
See, he's just smarter than you. I mean, Angel is just smarter than you. And you said creature from the Black Lagoon?
No. I'm trying to think what Russ is fascinated with. Russ looks like albino Frankenstein, but Frankenstein's an old movie.
What are you doing?
That's let's see. What is Russ afraid of? Is there a monster called divorce? Okay.
What are we even talking about?
I like this. Okay, this is good. King Kong, Russ. King Kong.
Holy smokes, dude.
I had to spoon feed you. I had to beat my chest like a big monkey to get it for you.
That was way worse a hit than he gave me.
I know. But Angel, he would have complained if I didn't give it to him.
That's why I was trying to help you out.
I know. I appreciate it. Yes, it is King Kong on this day, 88 years ago. Of course, King Kong is coming back.
That's an old monkey.
In just about a week or so. It's going to be Kong versus Godzilla, or Godzilla versus Kong. But it came out 88 years ago today, starring Fay Ray, and the world premiere was at Radio City Music Hall because that's what was part of the movie. That's where King Kong
Radio City Music Hall.
Correcto. So, Jessica, you are Queen Jessica. You get to plug, promote. You got a commercial for whatever you want. What would you like to plug, ma'am?
Well, I would love to plug my amazing job at Home Team Lending. I love the work family I work with. We are a local lender in Volusia County. We do loans for the entire state of Florida, but I just want to give a shout out to my lending family at Home Team Lending. And also, my kids are so excited in the car right now. They're screaming and they're so excited.
Oh, good.
Thank you guys.
Well, that's awesome. How many kids do you have, Jessica?
2, a boy and a girl.
That is great. All right. Well, listen, you have a great time at Universal Studios. We're going to put you on hold and hook you up with those tickets. And there you go. Well, Ryan, you did something right for once. That's good.
Yeah, I mean, kids.
But here's the thing.
Is a whole thing.
But here's the thing. Okay, So, okay, but didn't you hear Angel's thought process? He's like, okay, well, what is Russ like? What is Russ into now? He understands the game. You were like, crazy from the game. That wasn't going to be anything I was going to pick. King Kong is coming out. I'm excited about that. So that's why I pulled the story.
Aren't you a big Swamp Thing fan, though? Like, aren't you... Isn't it Swamp Thing and Judge Judy? That's your thing?
Are you pulling a Jeff Kaufman now?
Yeah, Kaufman got me mixed up with Buckethead, who likes Judge Judy. I don't know.
But is Kong like? I don't think I honestly, without the hint, I don't know if I would have got that because I don't know if I consider King Kong a monster movie necessarily.
Oh, so a gorilla that is about 3 stories tall, you don't consider that to be a monster?
No, if something's just obscenely large, that doesn't make it necessarily a monster. Otherwise, you.
I think those are the classic monsters. Those are classic monsters.
Like overthinking this, man.
But it's more of a love story. He loves Fay Ray. Isn't that the thing? Like he's
so
like.
King Kong versus Godzilla. You don't think King Kong's a monster?
I think King Kong's the hero in that movie.
Well, he is. I mean, he is the hero of the movie. But that doesn't
I've never
mean
been afraid of King Kong. Like I've been afraid of a Dracula or a swamp monster.
Wait, you've never been on the Universal ride?
Yeah.
No, I always liked it. I was like, Kong's like sort of your friend, right? Like he's always been like, there's a version of Kong, maybe not the original. I've never seen the 1933 version, but Kong's always like friendly. Like he's like eventually
he always digs the chicks, and I mean I ain't mad at him for that.
Yeah, he loves the ladies. Here's the thing. I'm always excited about a good King Kong or Godzilla movie. I get excited, and inevitably, every single one of them will let you down, but I still keep coming back for more. I can't wait for this next one, and I'm almost, and there's new video now, or their new trailer, which every time I see a bunch of trailers, I think about Angel going, well, that means it's not a good movie. But in the new trailer, they show like 15 helicopters, carrying him from the island over to, to wherever.
All right, so in this age that we are in right now, right?
Yeah.
It seems like they're going above and beyond, giving us more and more trailers for it. Like, for example, the Snyder.
Is that bad?
That's what I'm concerned about. Like,
yeah.
Because they haven't done that with any other movie, you know?
I know. We're probably going to end up being a mess.
But again, don't get me wrong. I'm going to be there right alongside watching this thing because I, too, am fascinated by it. But that little part of it, how they're doing all these different trailers, has me just a little bit concerned. The
new trailer, they show that what I just told you about with the helicopters. And in the new trailer that just came out today, they also show a little bit more of them fighting. And it's like WWE, man. It's like King Kong, Godzilla are going at it. And I don't know why I love that. I'm like, and for some reason, I should be Team King Kong. I understand he's the lover. I understand that he's the hero. But for whatever reason, I like Godzilla. He can blow fire, and he's mean, he's mad, he's screaming and hollering. And I don't know what it is about Godzilla I like, but I like Godzilla.
Yeah, King Kong versus Godzilla is essentially you versus Savannah.
You're
a big monkey man. She's a lizard lady.
That's a good point.
God.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Someone photoshopped that for me and then in YouTube. I know you guys are so creative and fun. Do that. But yeah, you're the monkey man. She's the lizard lady. You can't go to Team Lizard.
I've always, when I was a kid, I remember, like Saturday afternoon, they play King Kong versus Godzilla, and I'm screaming, and it would be the same outcome every time, but I'm screaming for Godzilla to win for some reason.
In this new trilogy of movies, of the King Kong movies that have recently come out, did you watch Kong, Skull Island?
I did.
That was a good Kong movie.
Is that the one with
Jack Black and Peter Jackson directed it? It was good.
I like the Jack Black one. Yeah. No, he's talking about Skull Island.
Oh, that's that one.
That's with your boy, right?
Isn't Samuel Jackson?
Samuel Jackson, right?
He's in it. Yeah. I mean, it's alright.
Dexter has it dead on. If you don't attack King Kong, he's fine. He's chilling.
Yeah,
he's not coming after
alone.
you.
Yeah.
He's not a monster. You're the monster. The monster of that movie is humanity.
Wait a minute, hold on. King Kong is on the island. They have to sequester him all by himself.
No,
and then when they play,
but that's because we find him and we mess with him. If we don't find him, mess with him, he's content on the island. He's not trying to get out of there.
If you remember correctly,
it's not Godzilla who's trying to take down Tokyo.
Right.
Okay, no, look, Godzilla's bad. I give you that. I ain't gonna argue that one. But King Kong, they would always put up a sacrifice, and it didn't matter who it was. King Kong was eating the sacrifice until they brought brought a little white lady, and they bring the little white lady, and he's like, "Whoa, I like her."
But there was harmony there. There was harmony on the agreement that they had. So the humans had to give him a sacrifice, and he was cool.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I don't think he's a monster. He's a big, with a heart. He's a monster with a heart. But so was Frankenstein.
Right,
Frankenstein was a monster with a heart.
Godzilla, King of the Monsters. That's the one I think I'm looking for. Did you see that one?
I did. It's a hunk of S2. I mean, all the Godzilla ones are.
Who was in that one? Oh, that's the one with
Breaking Bad. The guy from Breaking Bad.
Bryan Cranston's in it for 2 minutes.
And Millie Bobby Brown. She's in that one.
She's in.
So that one was a turd.
Yeah, pretty bad. Yeah, I want to love it. I want to love it, but they don't bring Godzilla in until like the last 10 minutes, and the whole time they're like building up to Godzilla.
All right, so this is how this run of Kong movies goes. It starts in 2017, Kong Skull Island. So
Yeah.
in this universe, this is where all these movies are together. So Kong Skull Island. Then it goes to the one that we were talking about, Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Yeah.
And then it wraps up with Godzilla versus Kong. So
I thought there was another one. I thought there was two gods. I mean, okay, forget about the Godzilla movie that's got Matthew Broderick. Forget about that one because that's different. Yeah, you're missing one. There's one with Bryan Cranston.
Wallflowers
And there's one with Bryan Cranston, and then there's another Godzilla with Millie Bobby Brown.
So okay, Godzilla King of the Monsters 2017. She's there. Millie Bobby Brown.
And then there's another one
with her in it. Okay,
with her in it. Yeah, and both of them they didn't use Godzilla very much, and but this one looks like there's a lot of Godzilla and a lot of King Kong. So I don't know. It comes out next week?
Yeah.
The thing about this though,
there's one. I guess just Godzilla.
Yeah,
that came out in 2014. Okay.
That one. Yeah.
Okay.
And that has Bryan Cranston, and then he dies. So in the second one, he's not in it. But think about this, man. 88 years ago today, right? In 1933, when King Kong came out, people have, it really was a huge hit. It was a big deal.
Elizabeth Olsen is in a Godzilla movie?
Elizabeth Olsen.
Then that's the 2014 one with Bryan Cranston. Elizabeth Olsen, the chick from WandaVision, is in that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, I never saw that movie. You said hunk of crap, though. Too bad.
It's not that good. It really is. But in 1933, if you would have told them, hey, guess what? There'll be a new King Kong movie coming out in 2021. They're like, oh, my. They wouldn't have believed it, you know?
I mean, but they keep rebooting the same concept over and over again. I thought Skull Island was kind of a cool take on it. Like, you're going to Kong's place, you're bringing military equipment, you're bombing the island.
Well, you were always going to Kong's place, and like in all of them, it's like Kong's always on that island, and you always got to go get him and bring him over to
that's what makes him a good guy. He's essentially kidnapped and brought to America and terrorizes America.
Russ, did you ever see a movie called Pacific Rim?
I did. It was pretty good.
You like that? Okay.
I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. Guess what?
An adult film that ends with that, but the word job.
Hey, guess what came out 33 years ago today? 38 years ago today, in 1983, was the first CD player, and CD discs were released in the United States. In 1983, that was and I remember
the richest person in the world.
Yeah, I remember the first one I got was probably 86 or so. I didn't get it the first 3 years, but when it first came out and I heard it, I'm like, oh my God, I've never heard the Commodore so good. It was like the most amazing sound ever. And now, like, does anyone have a CD anymore?
Yeah. I have one in my truck. I have one at CD. I'm putting together old Marantz stereo system, component system. So I found a CD player for that. I think you can get them now for $7 and a coupon.
Yeah, I had to buy a CD player on Amazon to attach to my computer because I found when I was moving a bunch of my high school mixes, that I made as CDs, and I was like, I need to hear what was going on
Russ,
at that time.
when you were a kid, you made mixtapes, right?
Oh yeah.
Ryan, when you were a kid, you burned mixtapes on CDs.
Yes.
See how awesome that is?
Yeah, I'd make tapes and give them to girls and be like, "This is Rock and Roast Rollins. This is my mixtape I made for you." And I know Tina Robert, a friend of mine, Tina Robert, still has one that I gave her like back in 1,000 years ago.
Wow. Did you voice into it? Did you record?
Yes.
Tina
Yeah.
Roberts, get us this tape.
Yeah, Rockin' Russ Rollins, and I'd play all these love songs.
I would love
That was
to
my
hear
gimmick. I'd give out the mixtapes all the time. Listen, and when we come back, I got something to ask Angel about, and I finally saw I saw two movies you guys recommended. One is Tom and Jerry, and the other is yeah, Angel did, and then there's Parasite. And I'll tell you,
Parasite.
I did only because your girl told my girl we had to watch it.
I'm really curious what your take on is on that one.
Mary Ellen came in and said, Bobby said we got to watch Parasite. I'm like, I don't want to read. But it's National Reading Day, so that's why I did it. And I'll tell you what happened when we come back. You're listening to the Monsters of the Morning. Hey, if you want one of these Monster Chat Master t-shirts, like I got on right now, and all the folks were wearing them at Gatorland, you can get them now. They just ordered a bunch more, and they're at Monsters.fm. It's Monsters.fm. And when you get them, they're going to package them up with some other little extra prizes for you. So Monsters.fm, that's Monsters.fm if you want one of these shirts that I'm sporting right now. Boom. There you go. Took it off.
Boom, ka-choom.
Boom, boom, ka-choom. And remember, if you want to win tickets to Universal, go to Monsters.fm and you could vote for either Freddie Mercury or Steven Tyler for the best lead singer of all time. And they're going to pick some people that'll win there. So yesterday I did a bunch of stuff after the show. Like I said, my buddy Mike from Mike the Home Builder from MyHomeBuildersNetwork.com came over to help out. And I washed Mariana's car with her, and we just did a bunch of stuff. And then she came in, and I'm like, okay, well, we've done all of our chores. I put stuff up on the website I got to put up. Talked to Jana Banana for a little bit. Talked to Scotty York. Talked to Jack Bradshaw. And I'm like, okay, I've done all my chores. What are we going to do, baby? What are we going to watch? And she said, Bobby says that we got to watch Parasite, and it's absolutely amazing. I said, everybody keeps saying that. I'm like, I don't want to read. I want to relax. And then I looked out, and I saw, well, tomorrow is National, what's it called? Reading Day, I think, or it's got another name to it. Hold on, it's like
National Book Day.
No, what the hell is it? Read Across America Day is what it is. Read Across America Day. I said, well, okay, this way, I'm actually reading, but I'm watching a show, so it's the same, right? In a way, it's not reading a novel. So okay, fine, I'll watch Parasite. Now this is this is old. I mean, a lot of people saw this last year.
It was the 2020 movie. It won Best Picture for 2020.
Won Best Director as well. He won that for that. So yeah, it was a big deal a year ago.
It was a year ago. And if you want to watch it now, you got to go to Hulu. That's where it's at. And it's if you got Hulu, it's free to watch it. And of course, it's got you got to read it. You can't. They don't have it. I was hoping they would have it where they would have it dubbed in. Where they have some
I find that more. I find
this distracting.
More distracting than reading subtitles.
See. Not me, because I'm trying to read what they're saying, and then I want to look up real fast and see what he's doing. I'm like, oh, and it takes me a while to get adjusted to it. I don't know why. I'm a slow reader. I always have been. It's embarrassing. I wish I wasn't, but I am. That's just what it is. So but I will tell you, about a half hour, 45 minutes into it, I was doing just fine. I'm like, okay, I'm fine, and it was like a Korean Alfred Hitchcock movie.
Yeah, it's a South Korean movie. The director, world acclaim basically, for lack of a better way to say it, these are acutely South Korean stories and that's what he's really proud of. Yeah, this is based on the true events.
No, really, that is. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, so I
got that confused with another movie of his. No, it's not. This is what it is. This is
my gosh. That's odd.
It's funny. I was just reading a thing about there's a whole campaign called "Turn the Subtitles On," just in general for what you watch, and especially for kids. Like kids will actually gain reading comprehension faster if you leave the subtitles on.
Well, when I watched The Crown. I know, when I watched The Crown and when I watched, what's the one that Carlos loved so much, Hamilton. When I watched Hamilton, it kind of helped to have the subtitles on.
But
once again,
funny talk, I gotta read it.
you feel like an old person when you got the damn subtitles on. So I didn't like
People
doing
get
it.
judgy about that too. That's the thing. Like you'll be shamed for. Like if a friend comes over to your house and then you turn on the TV and there's subtitles on, they're like,
I know.
You read it with the subtitles on, bro? Subtitles on.
So overall, what was your impression of the movie Parasite?
It is a good movie. It really is. It is a good movie. I mean, twists and turns. Like, who the hell would have thought to go that way? And
did you pick up on the elements of like in South Korea that classism is still very something they deal with day to day and everything?
Of course, yeah. That's basically what it's about. Being rich and being poor, and the perception of both. And actually, I thought it was a really great movie.
There's another movie that director does that from the trailers, it has a little bit elements of Seven and has a little bit of elements of The Little Things, and that's the one that I'm going to watch next because that's the one that they say that was based on a story in South Korea, a crime story.
Does it make me a bad person though? I mean, because I liked it. It was a good movie. I can understand. I kept up with it, reading it. Mary Ellen had to explain some stuff to me actually. To be honest, so halfway through, I'm like, what's going on? Is it maybe a bad person that I thoroughly enjoyed the next movie we watched more, and that was Tom and Jerry. I'll be honest with you. I was like laughing during Tom and Jerry,
right?
And it is, and the girl that's the star, like she's great. And it's got Kim? Oh, what's the guy? The guy that's on a Masked Singer.
Kim Jong.
Kim Jong.
Yeah, he's in it. He's funny. Tom and Jerry. It's classic Tom and Jerry. They did not hold anything back when it came to the violence of it all. They did the old stuff. I don't know. I'm sitting there giggling and laughing, and like I'm sadly, it seems like I'm enjoying Tom and Jerry more than I'm enjoying.
I thought they nailed it. I thought the soundtrack it was fantastic because they put really hip music to it and everything. I don't know. And like I said, like you would think it was. So for me, it was fascinating to see if that movie would translate and capture the imagination of kids today. The two kids at the house, they both loved it. They thought it was awesome. They sat through the whole thing, and to get a 10 and a 6-year-old to sit through 2 hours of anything, you know that you have their attention.
And I paid attention. I like Colin Jost. It's Colin Jost. Yeah. He's in it, and I like him. I think he's funny. It's a kids movie, but I found myself giggling and laughing. I got to give that 2 thumbs up. So that was two good ones that I watched.
That is awesome. You saw the winner for Best Picture.
And he was like, yeah, it's good.
It was like, but Tom and Jerry though, that was good stuff. No social commentary, no nothing. Just cat hits mouse, mouse tricks cat. That's good.
Well, no, there was a social commentary. There was something to it.
Did they ever did they reference the violence in it and like?
No, they just went straight on, man.
Okay, so they're not doing like an ironic take where they're like,
no.
This cat is psychopath.
First thing, the mouse pulls out a hot iron and throws it right in his face. Boom! And it goes the shape of the iron. It's great. I was glad that they didn't water that down. We can't be violent because it'll make like if a kid doesn't realize that you can't hit somebody in the face with an iron, then the kid's got problems.
It's on the kid.
Yeah, it's on the kid. It's not on Tom nor Jerry.
I mean, I gotta agree. We dumb way too many things down because what if a child sees this? It's like
I was trying when we were talking about this yesterday, and you guys were talking about the violence of that and the violence of different shows and everything. I was trying to think of because there was a show I remembered that my mom stopped us from watching. Did you guys ever have the mandate that you weren't allowed to watch the Three Stooges?
No.
I think I did actually.
Yeah, my mom had to stop letting us watch the Three Stooges because me and my brother at the time, we were the kids that would try to mimic the things that we watched. Yeah, so we were doing the eye poking and all that kind of stuff. And
that's funny.
Not realizing that these guys were amazing, physical, talented actors, and they had years and years. So we're smacking the hell out of each other and all these things. And so I remember for a few years that we weren't allowed to watch the Three Stooges.
That's funny. Remember when they tried to bring that back? They had a Three Stooges movie.
With Will Sasso.
I think so. Yeah, it didn't do very well.
No.
There was no Tom and Jerry. No time. No, Parasite was good though. And I had to force myself. If it weren't for the fact that Mary Ellen was sitting there going, "Listen, Bobby says we have to watch this," because I was wanting to fight it at first, but after I got a half hour into it and I didn't let the reading distract me. And then she explained to me what we were going on because I was pouting for a little bit. Then after that, I was like, "Oh, this is a pretty good movie, actually." Kind of see what's going on. So, yeah, I kind of dug it. All right, don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Monsters of the Morning.